welcome to the Living Sephardic Heritage Series Part 2, sponsored by the Yitzhakov and Yonatan families. Today we're going to speak about, the first part we talked about Chaim Vital, his life, why he moved to Damascus, why he died over there. Of course, we haven't even touched the surface of his life. But today I want to speak a little bit more about his writings. Really nothing was his writing. Everything he wrote was word by word from the Ari Kadosh, the great lion, the father of the Kabbalah of our generations. The Ari Kadosh wasn't able to write anything. We have a couple of his writings, but they're very incomprehensible. Rav Chaim Vital was his spiritual inheritor, because we know that the Ari Kadosh's son, Rav Moshe Vital, passed away at a young age because he revealed a secret that he wasn't supposed to reveal. And his son passed away because he wasn't allowed to withhold anything from Chaim Vital, and he was pushing him, reveal me the secret of the Zohar HaKadosh. There's a Zohar HaKadosh that says, if anybody knows the secret of why the snake has to bite the deer to give birth, knows the secret of the 7th day of Passover, of the opening of the sea. And don't ever ask what the secret is. And Rav Chaim Vital was pushing the Ari, explain. He explained, and shortly after his son passed away, Rav Moshe Vital, who was a very big neshama. Rav Chaim Vital was meant to write down all the Kabbalah. He was the spiritual inheritor, and he wrote down a couple of books. It's called the Shmona Sha'arim, the 8 Gates. He never lived to see them being published, because when the Ari passed away, he was very, very closed about who he would teach it to. In fact, in his Hagdamat to the LSHM, he has a certain criteria, conditions, who can learn the secrets of the Torah, known as Torah Hasod, Torah Hachen, Torah Nistar, Torah Kaballa. Why is it called Kabbalah? Kabbalah means to accept. You must have a teacher to learn it. So, Rabbi Chaim Vital, when he wrote the LSHM, he asked his Rebbe, the Ari Kadosh, how come you don't write yourself? And he told him, because I have so much information in my head, I can't find an opening to teach you guys. But you have a special ability not only to find the opening, but to write it on paper. And it's because your soul is very much connected not only to Rabbi Akiva, but to the soul of Rabbi Abba, the student of Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai, who was the writer of the Zohar HaKadosh. So you have that same gift. Rav Chaim Vital wrote the LSHM. Some of the books he buried with him. Some of the books he put in Geniza after he passed away. And it was very hard for his students to find these books. The Chida, which we have a previous video on him, Rabbi Chaim Yosef David Azulai, please check it out. The Chida, great-grandfather, Rabbi Avraham Azulai, the Baal Chesed LaAvraham, him and Rabbi Yaakov Tzemach did a She'elat Chalom, a question in their sleep, to dig up from the graves the writings that Rav Chaim Vital buried with him, and he gave them permission. And in these writings, he writes that a person who wants to learn the secrets of the Torah, it's not that easy. You don't get inside this exclusive club. You have to fulfill certain conditions. Number 1, and the most important condition, you must be married. No matter what, no matter how much you think that you could overcome your Yetzer Hara, you must be married. Number 2, you have to be maleh v'dagush in Pardes. You have to know all the Torah, at least have a yad, a hand in all the Torah. You must know Torah, Nevi'im, Ketuvim, Mishnah, Gemara, everything. You have to have an idea. You have to be maleh v'dagush, because you can't drink the wine if you didn't fill your stomach, as the parable goes, with bread and meat. Kabbalah is like wine. You have to first come into the realization that I went up the ladder, you can't jump. And that's why many rabbis throughout the millennium, they fell when they learned this, because they jumped up too high and they fell. You must have a blueprint. You must have a certain Hagdama, introduction, before you come into this. Number 3, if you want to learn the secrets of the Torah, LSHM, Matrot Chaim, you must be a person that doesn't strive for motarot. What's motarot? Every day is another day for Allah, shish kebab, shashlik, enjoyment, to drink, to have fun. A Mikubal doesn't find fun in these things. A Mikubal doesn't look for pleasure. He looks for happiness. And the only happiness is Pikude Hashem Yisharim Samche Lev. The laws of God, the connection we have with God, the relationship we have with HaKadosh Baruch Hu, to understand why He created the world, how He created the world, to what purpose He created the world. That gives the tzaddik the greatest pleasure in the world to connect with these source. And of course, there's many other conditions, but it all comes down to the four rivers. The Kabbala, the Chaim of the Ari and Rav Chaim Vital was broken into the four rivers, we call them. Just like the earth has four rivers, as written in Parashat Bereshit, Kaballa has four rivers. V'nahar yotze me'eden mashkot et hagan, u'misham yipared v'aya la'arba rashim. What are the four rivers? Number one, the first way to learn Kabbalah is through the way of the Baal Shem Tov HaKadosh, Chassidut. The second way is through the way of the Rashash HaKadosh, Rabbeinu Shalom Sharabi, which is the way most Sfaradim learn today. The third way is the way of the Gura, the Gaon Mevilna, the Leshem Shova Achlama, the grandfather of the Yoshev, and a lot of Yerushalmi Tzaddikim hold this way. And number four, the last way, is the way of the Ramchal, or Moshe Chaim Mutzato, the author of the great book, The Path of the Just, Mesilat Yesharim. So there are many ways to get to the point of what was the purpose of the secrets of the Torah. Just like you could say, what's 2 plus 2? 4. But you could also say, what's 5 minus 1? It's 4. So there's a couple of ways to get to the number 4. You could say, what's 3 plus 1? 4. It's not just 2 plus 2. So there's many ways to get to that point of what's the purpose of the secrets of the Torah. I'm just going to end with you with one point. You might say, okay, what's it to me? All my life learned Gemara, Mishnah, yada yada. We're in very turbulent times. Very hard times. Anti-Semitism. I was just seeing a video not long ago. There's over 500 accounts in this year alone, 2019, of anti-Semitic attacks in New York that you haven't heard of. We know what happened lately in the Chabad Lubavitch of Poway. What happened in Pittsburgh. What's happening all over the world. What's happening in Israel right now, in Gaza. There's no coincidences. What can we do? The Zohar Kadosh says in Raya Mehemna, which is what Moshe Rabbeinu revealed to the Rashbi, with this learning the secrets, the Am Yisrael will leave the Galut, the exile, with mercy. Ish le're'eu yomar chazak, l'shem yechud kudsha b'ruch shchinteh. You have to try your best. It's not just about putting on tefillin. It's about feeling the tefillin. As the Gemara says, Abai was once putting on tefillin, he was laughing. What are you laughing for? I'm putting on tefillin. We all put on tefillin. How come we're not laughing? He understood the power behind it, the meaning behind it. May we all find the meaning in every mitzvah, every piece of Torah, in every part of the Torah, our families, everything in our life. And may we live to our fullest potential. Baruch Adonai Ya'olam. Amen. Amen. Thank you for watching.